Hi guys, my name is Tom. Welcome to this week's video on what is an option strike price. Over the course of weeks and months, we're going to teach different option terms, strategies, and techniques to our viewers. Our ultimate goal is to educate you about the wonderful and highly profitable world of option trading. As always, do not forget to click the link above to subscribe and check us out on our social media pages. We're active on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So let's jump into this week's video, which is what is options strike price? Before we do that, let's do a quick refresher on what are options. So options are contracts that give the bearer the right, but not the obligation to either buy or sell an amount of some underlying asset at a predetermined price at or before a contract's expiration date. Option contracts are financial agreements between two parties to facilitate a potential transaction on an underlying security at a set price called a strike price prior to an expiration date. When you buy an option contract, you can choose to either exercise your option contract on or before the expiration date, or simply allow the option to expire unexercised. Options are an example of a derivative. So a derivative's price is dependent on or derived from the price of something else. Wine is a derivative of grapes. Fruit juice is the derivative of fruit. And then finally, an option is a derivative of stocks. One option is called a contract, and each contract represents 100 shares. So, what's this strike price? Well, a strike price is a set price at which an option contract can be bought or sold when it is exercised. For put options, the strike price is the price at which the security can be sold. For call options, the strike price is where the security can be bought by the option holder. The strike price is one of the most important aspects of determining an option's value. Strike prices are established when the contract is first written and are standardized amounts. The strike price intervals vary depending on the market price and the asset type. The more expensive the option, the more expensive the underlying stock, $100, $1,000, $2,000, then normally the intervals making up the option chain and option matrix will be quite large. 55, 50, 25, 100. Because if there were just 1 point intervals, then there'd just be too many options contracts. But if a cheaper stock, under $10, under $5, then you'll have intervals that are just much more smaller. Strike price, risk reward. Definitely go hand in hand with understanding the strike price. So for call options, the higher the strike price, the cheaper the option. For put options, the higher the strike, the more expensive the option. Now, in the money strike prices are more expensive than out of the money strike prices because they have a higher probability of being profitable. You buy a option which has a strike price of $20 and the underlying stock price is $25. You're already buying an in the money option contract. That's going to be very expensive, and there's a very high probability it's going to be worth something at the end. Therefore, it's going to cost you more. However, you buy an option contract for $25 and the underlying stock price is $20. Therefore, it's out of the money, it will be cheaper. Understanding in the money and out of the money in relating to strike price is important, especially understanding the cost and the risk reward. So let's jump into a brokerage account and see the different strike prices, kind of understanding it, and look at the different intervals with regards to like a cheap stock or more expensive stock. So we've jumped into a brokerage account, and what we're looking at is HP, and we look at the different strike prices. So as I mentioned, strike price is a set price which an option contract can be bought or sold when it is exercised. So in the middle here, these are all the different strike prices for the calls or puts. Strike prices have a connection to in the money and out of the money. So here, the underlying stock price is 16.99. Anything below that in the call side on the strike price is in the money. Anything above it on the put side is in the money above it here. The intervals for this particular stock has strike prices at 2.5, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, all the way up. That's mainly because the underlying stock price is at 16. But let's go to a more expensive stock. Let's say Alphabet. Now this strike price goes from 5, goes to 5, then it goes to 10. And let's go a bit further out. Let's see if this changes. It goes to 20. So all that is just showing is that you have different strike prices depending upon the underlying stock. If it's a cheaper stock, it'll have smaller intervals. If it's a more expensive stock, it'll have different. It'd have larger intervals. Out of the money strike prices here for the calls, anything below. Let's go back to the HP. Anything above, out of the money for the call, strike price, out of the money, put below, strike price below. So that's how strike prices work. Thank you so much for watching our video today on what is an option strike price. It's been a pleasure sharing with you. Don't forget to click the link to our website and subscribe to this page. Please also follow us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much. And we look forward to hearing from you next week. Bye-bye.